as a
Mm-hmm.
nation, black folks trying to build generational wealth. Are
Yeah.
we still in the mode of trying to free ourselves the way that, to me, only black folks kick their kids out at 18? Are we
Yeah.
still trying to free niggas?
That's what it is. That's what it is. It should. I think that's what Juneteenth really is. June's really the 18th. 18th birthday. Get the fuck out my house.
what if what if they make Juneteenth federal, right?
Yeah.
And we all decide as black folks that on Juneteenth, if your kid is 18, that's the day.
You gotta go. Get the
There'd
fuck
be a
out.
whole bunch of 18-year-olds walking around outside on the 18th on
With book
Juneteenth.
bags and PlayStations under their arms and shit.
No.
Like,
Hey, I bought that
I,
PlayStation. That's staying here.
bro. Oh damn, that's fucked up. You can't even take nothing.
No,
Like,
they
I mean,
got a
there are
PlayStation. I'm keeping all the cords and controllers.
most black people I know. Well, I'll say black men. Most young black men I met in the military were kicked out of that. Not kicked out, but were given an option
Why do we do that? Why do we do that though? Like,
to stay or go. Like if you stay here, you gotta get a job. Ain't no kicking it. No,
ain't no
more.
kicking it. Absolutely ain't no
Nah.
kicking it. You going
So
to college?
don't ask me for no money. Yeah.
You're going to college or you going in the military? And I feel like that was kind of posed to me, but it wasn't like I'm booting you if you don't go. And then I just
Right.
happened to go in the military, so it wasn't no thing because I was going to college at first when I turned 18.
Yeah.
And things weren't moving fast enough for me. A part of me wonders like how different my life would be if I just stuck with the college route. I don't
Still
owe
be in the
Sally
military,
Mae
man.
shit. I know that, but I do see that though. A lot of people, most people actually, and it's always black folks. I see like my white friends is like I was at home till 25, but I figured it
Yeah.
out and I didn't have to like pay no mortgage to nobody. So I was pretty
Yeah.
set up when I left. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that's a black cultural thing. It's like you got to get the fuck up out of here.
I
What do you
just
think it
it's,
is?
It's probably it's more of I guess back in that time things. Okay, when you were fucking 24, 25 and 60s, 70s, you was out there like there wasn't no fucking play clothes. You was wearing little
Nah.
suits and shit. Fucking
Like-
3-piece fucking yeah, had a little what the fuck was that shit called? This little stopwatch in your pocket, little pocket watch and shit. Like the shit was way more serious then. Like it was more of we gotta look better, get the fuck out there and get it.
Yeah.
So as they got older, and I think that after they went and got it, hopefully, most of them did anyway. Once they had kids, there was the same mentality of you ain't gonna get nowhere sitting up in this bitch. So either you're gonna go to college and I'll help you as much as I can, or you're gonna fucking go to work. Like this is not a time where at 18, I mean shit, you talking about those, I mean out the generation prior to ours. At 18, they were basically fucking 26 years old.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers was working. Like they was working at the age of 12 and 13. Like now kids ain't doing shit
Yeah.
around the ages of 12 and 13, but fuck, ain't nobody working. Ain't nobody cutting grass the way they used to. Nigga, I'm waiting. I can't wait for the day that a kid comes to my door and says, "Hey, sir, I'll cut your yard front and back for $20."
That shit ain't happened at all in my neighborhood. And I know it's kids around here that could use the money.
Yo,
My
nobody's
kids ain't
doing
coming
that.
up front unless it's mandated damn near. Like it is. It's a different time. But that's the thing. It was a different time back then. It's different now, but that particular part of the tradition stayed. Like
Right.
regardless of
Yeah.
what they're doing, we still kept at 18 you got to make a decision. And I really feel like it's time for us to stop that as a black community, y'all. Like as much as a part of me is like, hell yeah, they getting out of here. I want to walk around my damn house naked, do what the fuck I want to do. But we're
you
setting them up
already do.
for failure and putting them in a position to build generational debt if we make them get out of the house at 18.
No, I agree with that completely. And this is one thing I think people should do. I think people should give their kids this, have that talk with their kids. Like, I know you want to go off. I know, fucking Jeffrey is going off to fucking wherever the fuck college, right?
Mhm.
University of Kentucky, University of Kansas, whatever. But you're not ready for that. I know you're not ready for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you stay around, the crib, go to this community college. You're still at home. You're not going to get fucking, caught up in the bullshit that goes on at larger universities because you're not ready for that. You could build up a routine of study habits and shit like that. And if you fail, it's not going to cost us a fucking arm and a leg.
That's what I did.
This is your chance to become a better student, right? And then in 2 years, once you become a better student, you got fucking great grades. Okay, then let's talk about the idea of you going to a 2 or 4 year university. But a lot of people, the stigma of community colleges is that they're dog shit. Like it's just hood ass, like regular fucking any fucking yokel or whatever just goes there. But you can go to a community college for 2 years. It don't have to be 2 years. It could be 1 year. Go there, get good grades, and by the time you go to college, you are a well-oiled machine as far as the learning process goes. You're not in a community college. You're not stuck in those large classes where you're not getting the attention that you require maybe to learn something, as opposed to being at a larger university where you're just a number.
Yeah.
And people only see you by appointment. Like there is no fucking open door policy. There is so much money lost in people going to larger universities.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's all like people be on some like, I really want to like have the government cancel all student debt. I want to get rid of Sally Mae. It's because that is a burden. I know so many people, like we talked about, I just retired from the military. I went into 18. That means I've been out of high school for 20 years. I still hear people talking about how much money they owe Sally Mae and what's the other one? Navient, I think it is. These student loan companies, they are sitting on old money in the billions, if not trillions of dollars by now.
It's a lot of money, dog.
Of people that, pay for their education. And there's other ways to do it. So like we're not saying at all like advocates for you have to go to college. You go to trade school. You could learn something and get certifications instead of degrees. There's lots of ways to go about it.
There are lots of ways to make money.
At the end of the day, it's about how you start. And if you start small, like let's say you just go to college because you think I'm supposed to go to college. Now you in there, you have no idea what you're doing there.
Yeah.
That's how you end up with a chick that got like a interdisciplinary studies degree because she got 4 minors instead of a major,
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no direction in it. So figure out what you want to do. Now, if you turn 25 and you still ain't doing shit in my house, it might be a different conversation.
Yeah.
But up front, like Mark is absolutely right. I went to community college first, and I still wasn't focused. So in a way, I forced myself into the military.
It's a good option. It's a good, and that's why I think another reason why a lot of black families offer that up as an option for their kids. Because okay, let's say your kid ain't really, because black schools aren't in the best areas, and the best areas don't have the best education. So if you know your kid hasn't gotten the best education because you didn't get the best education in that same town or city or whatever, like what do you tell your kid if you want the best for them? If you want them to be better than you, what do you tell them? Just do what I did? No. You say, look, I fucked up a long time ago. Fucked up money, made fucked up decisions or whatever. So if I were you, if I can go back in time and I knew I needed options and I didn't have any, I went to the military. Because you go in the military, shit ain't the fucking best place to be all the fucking time. But it will give you 2 paychecks a month, food, fucking roof over your head. It'll give you, you will learn. Hopefully you'll learn, because a lot of motherfuckers don't learn. Hopefully you'll learn some kind of financial discipline just by watching people fuck up their money.
Yeah.
And then you get to travel around the world and meet women. And you can and women meet men and just experience different cultures and shit like that.
Make no mistake, all of that is great, but you are still signing to give your life for the country if need be. So I just don't want to leave that out.
No, man, don't do that.
No. I'm dead ass. Like, don't act like some people went over there and didn't come back. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that part.
It's a small possibility, but don't say like it ain't a reality of the shit.
It's a reality, but 90% of the motherfuckers signing up for the military ain't signing up to go to fucking war. And there are people that
that's they bad. And that's why I'm saying
that's they bad. It's a possibility. But how many people do we know that have been really danger close
I
Like
do.
on some real shit.
I know a few. I do know a few. I'm
A
not,
few
and I'm
who?
not saying
Not
a
saying
lot.
not saying who. Not saying who.
In
But
our
you talking about
in a career field we were in, and I don't want to get to like me and you, but no, in our
yeah.
career field, no. I woke up to gunfire one time while I was out there.
Mhm.
And all I'm saying is it's a real possibility. So I feel like the recruiters make you think, oh, you're just going in, you're going to get this education, get this and that. And I'm not going to pretend that some people didn't come home in a box. So you got to keep
Well,
that in
yeah.
mind, that as much as it's a small possibility, I don't want to sound like the people that's like, oh, well, there's a slim chance of you getting COVID. You might as well go to the mall. Nah, there's a possibility, and it's very real depending on how fucking stupid you want to be going in and
Mhm.
what job you end up getting. Don't go in open general. Like open
Explain
general,
it.
yeah. For y'all that don't know, all right, and matter of fact, this is good to talk about because people be like, "Hey, man, you know, how did you go in?" They ask me questions and stuff, especially now that I'm out. The questions come out. You can go in the military and tell them the type of job that you want. I'm trying to go in the medical field. I'm trying to be in the mechanical field. I'm trying to be in the engineering field, which is super broad.
Mhm.
Or you can be very, very specific in the job you want. Now, when you do that, you wait for that job opening. So go in with a plan that it might take a year and a half, and they go, hey, we got a slot for you in that specific job. That's where
Yeah.
you're going to go and really focus your career. Open general, on the other hand, means I want to go in the military and y'all can give me whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's how people go in and end up me. end up in a job
No,
that you didn't necessarily want. So don't do that shit.
You didn't want it. I mean, you didn't want it, but the job you got was not a bad job.
No, it
That's a
wasn't. It
very
wasn't.
yes. Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that. I'm not saying
But you
that at
could
all.
be a cop, and the cop sucks. But anyway.
Yeah, and because when you go in open general, usually that's like one of the first places they route you to. It's like, oh, all right, well, you're gonna be a ammo, or you're gonna be a cop type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what?
This-
Something I wonder about with that military
Okay.
thing, and I'm just one of them chaos theory type of people, but like the shit that I went through to end up in the job I went through, I wouldn't know who you were if I had stayed in my original career field. Like originally, I was in this calibration job, and I flunked out of it because I was just chasing russets. And
chasing the russets.
I was, dog. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. Like it was like, ooh, this is. I think I had like no, I hadn't like just got some pussy, but I was enjoying my pussy. It was pretty nice. Anyway,
shit.
so I ended up going in and then ended up in a job I hated for most of my career, but all of my best friends came from it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I don't know. This shit's interesting to me. Like the shit. You ever think about the shit that you didn't want to do, but led you somewhere great?
Absolutely. I mean, everything. I mean, just because you're on the journey and it's rough at the beginning doesn't mean that the end won't be worth it. Like I tell people all the time, like the best people I met was in that career field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I met the best motherfuckers. I still keep in touch with most of them. Well, the ones I was cool with anyway. I mean, we're doing a fucking podcast now. I mean, so, yeah. I mean, sometimes you go through things and they're shitty at the beginning, but then I think you build, and this is just not in the military. I think this is life in general. When you're going through shit with people, and the shit sucks. When you come out of the end of it together, there's a stronger bond between you, and it could be marriage, it could be shitty jobs, it could be fucking a couple of things. But yeah, like once you decide to go through that shit together, you come out of the other side better, more, closer. You learn more about each other and all that shit. So yeah, man. I mean, the gift and the curse. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I think
me
and you was the same type of ain't shit. I think that's why me and you got cool in the age shop. Because I know we haven't really talked about on the pod like how we met. Maybe we'll revisit that shit. But my earliest memory of you was being asleep on the job. So
where was I asleep at?
Underneath a hood, like of a big piece of equipment.
Oh, okay. Well, I slept a lot. Then that was nothing.
That was not an isolated incident.
That was just that was like I was deep into my sleep career at work by that time.
Sleep career.
Yeah.
Oh man.